السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما تعلمنا وزدنا علما وفقها وإخلاصا في الدين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. So inshallah we'll be finishing the story of Yusuf alayhi salam today. It'll be from chapters 21 to 25. And the test this weekend, inshallah on the 17th, will include the story of Yusuf specifically and not the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. إلى يعقوب to Yaqub. وتحير الإخوة كيف يرجعون إلى أبيهم. The brothers were perplexed. How can they How can they return to their father? وفكر الإخوة ماذا يقولون لأبيهم. So فكر يفكر تفكيرا means to reflect on something. So the brothers closely reflected or pondered, thought what to do. ماذا يقولون لأبيهم. What shall they say to their father? إنهم فجعوه أمس في يوسف. So فجع يفجع فجعا means to inflict suffering upon someone. So they inflicted suffering upon him concerning Yusuf. أفيفجعونه اليوم في بنيامين. Are they then going to afflict suffering upon him today concerning Binyamin? أما كبيرهم فأبى أن يرجع إلى يعقوب وقال لإخوته. أما كبيرهم, as for the eldest of them, فأبى أن يرجع, he refused to return. أن يرجع, to return. إلى يعقوب, to Yaqub. وقال لإخوته, and he said to his brothers, ارجعوا إلى أبيكم, return to your father. فقولوا, and say, you many men, يا أبانا, O our father, إن ابنك سرق, surely your son has stolen, سرق has stolen. وما شهدنا إلا بما علمنا. So we do not witness except, we do not witness to, but witness to, except that which we know. وما كنا للغيب حافظين, and we are not protectors of the unseen. This is a way of saying we don't know the unseen. ولما سمع يعقوب القصة, and when Yaqub alayhi salam heard the story, علم أن لله يدا في ذلك, he realized, he came to know that Allah has a hand in that. وأن الله ممتحنه عفوا, and that Allah is testing him. امتحن يمتحن امتحانا is to test someone or something. أمسي فجع في يوسف, yesterday or previously he was tested concerning Yusuf. واليوم يفجع في بنيامين, and today he is being tested regarding Binyamin. إن الله لا يجمع عليه مصيبتين, surely Allah will not combine together upon him مصيبتين, two afflictions. ممتحنه is a verb. It's even though it's ism al-fa'il, it's acting as if it's a verb, as if it's the present tense. It's the example of ism al-fa'il acting as if it's a verb. That happens at times. إن الله لا يفجعه في بنيامين. Surely Allah will not cause him suffering or afflict him concerning Binyamin. إن الله لا يفجعه في ابنين. Allah will not test him in two sons, كيوسف وبنيامين, like Yusuf and Binyamin. إن لله في ذلك يدا خفية. To God belongs a hidden hand in that. God has or Allah has a hidden hand in that. إن لله في ذلك حكمة مخفية. Allah has in that a hidden wisdom. So خفية and مخفية both mean hidden. إن الله لم يزل يمتحن عباده ثم يسرهم وينعم عليهم. Allah continues to test his servants, then he bestows blessings upon them, and so then he makes them happy first. Asarra, so sarra yasurru, to make someone happy. وَيُنْعِمُ عَلَيْهِمْ, and then bestows blessings upon them. ثُمَّ إِنَّ الْإِبْنَ الْكَبِيرَ, thereafter the eldest brother, بَقِيَ فِي مِصْرَ أيضا, remained in Egypt as well. وَأَبَى أَنْ يَرْجِعَ إِلَى كَنَعَانَ, and he refused to return to Canaan. So لم يزل means لم يزل and لا يزال have they're weak verbs. They're similar to kana. So لا يزال means continues to, or لم يزل means continues to. Both of them mean that same thing. Literally means not coming to an end, but it has its own rulings, and that comes in Tasir al-Nahu, which is stage 2 Nahu, towards the end of it. أفيفجع في الثالث, is he going to be tested regarding the third أيضا as well? وقد فجع من قبل في اثنين, and he was just tested beforehand regarding 2 others. إن هذا لا يكون, this will not occur. Surely this will not occur. وهنا اطمأن يعقوب وقال, and here, like upon this, Yaqub relaxed and said, عسى الله, عسى means perhaps. Perhaps Allah will bring them all to me, جميعا, all together. إنه هو العليم الحكيم, certainly He is the one, indeed He is the knowledgeable, the wise. So يظهر السر, the secret manifests. ولكن يعقوب كان بشرا في صدره قلب بشر لا قطعة حجر. However, Yaqub was a human. In his heart was the heart of a human, not a piece of a rock. قطع is a piece. فذكر يوسف, and so he remembered Yusuf. وتجدد حزنه وقال, and his grief renewed. تجدد يتجدد تجددا is to be or become renewed. يا أسف على يوسف, so that means يا حزني على يوسف. So it's a way of you're calling out to your sadness. It's a type of way of saying, it's a way of expressing your extreme sadness. Like, I'm so sad, like I'm so sad about Yusuf. وَلَامَهُ أَبْنَاءَهُ, and his sons blamed him in a sense. وقالوا إنك لا تزال تذكر يوسف حتى تهلك, you will continue, so لا تزال, so لم تزل لا تزال mean the same thing. You will continue to remember Yusuf حتى تهلك, until you perish. هلك يهلك هلاكا, to perish. It's تهلك because حتى causes the verb after it, the مضارع verb after it, to become mansub. حتى تهلك. قال يعقوب, Yaqub alayhi salam said, إنما أشكو بثي, I'm only complaining of my grief and sadness to Allah, وحزني إلى الله, وأعلم من الله ما لا تعلمون, and I know of God, concerning God, ما لا تعلمون, that which you do not know. And this is referring to, I know like His mercy and things concerning Him in that regard, that which you don't know. So that's why I only complain to Him and not to anyone else. وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ يَعْلَمُ أَنَّ الْيَأْسَ كُفْرٌ, and Yaqub knew that despondence is disbelief. وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ لَهُ رَجَاءٌ كَبِيرٌ فِي اللَّهِ, and Yaqub had great hope in Allah. وَأَرْسَلَ يَعْقُوبُ أَبْنَاءَهُ إِلَى مِصْرَ, and Yaqub sent his sons to Misr, لِيَبْحَثُوا عَنْ يُوسُفَ, to search for Yusuf, وَبِنْيَامِينَ, and Binyamin, وَيَجْتَهِدُوا فِي ذَلِكَ, and to give their utmost effort in that. اجتهد يجتهد اجتهادا is to give effort, في ذلك, concerning something. Okay, Yahya, ask your question. Bismillah.
Ustad, وكان يعقوب له رجاء كبير. Why is رجاء كبير I thought it was kind of like the khabar of كان.
Because lahu comes first. So lahu is an entire phrase. When the phrase is the khabar, it comes first.
Right.
And so raja'un kabirun is the ism.
Oh, so what's Yaqub?
Oh yeah, so I didn't look at Yaqub. So we have وَكَانَ يَعْقُوبُ لَهُ رَجَاءٌ كَبِيرٌ. So it's kind of like this happens sometimes. It happens with inna, where that entire sentence is the khabar of Yaqub. So له رجاء كبير في الله is the entire khabar of it.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
ومنعهم يعقوب من أن يقنطوا من رحمة الله, and Yaqub prohibited them from giving up hope. قنط يقنط is to give up hope in Allah Azza wa Jal, to despair of the hope of Allah Azza wa Jal. وذهب الإخوة إلى مصر مرة ثالثة, and the brothers went to Egypt a third time. وَدَخَلُوا عَلَى يُوسُفَ, and they entered upon Yusuf. وَشَكَوْا إِلَيْهِ فَقْرَهُمْ, and they complained to him of their poverty. وَمُصِيبَتَهُمْ, and their affliction. وَسَأَلُوهُ الْفَضْلَ, and they asked him for grace. وَهُنَا هَاجَ الْحُزْنُ وَالْحُبُّ فِي يُوسُف, and here at this point sadness and love stirred up in Yusuf. Haja yahiju is something to hayajan, it's for something to stir up. وَلَمْ يَمْلِكْ نَفْسَهُ, and he wasn't able to hold himself back anymore from the character he was putting up. أَبْنَاءُ أَبِي وَأَبْنَاءُ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ, the sons of my father and the sons of the prophets. يَشْكُونَ فَقَرَهُمْ وَمُصِيبَتَهُمْ إِلَى مَلِكٍ مِّنَ الْمُلُوكِ. يَشْكُونَ فَقْرَهُمْ are complaining of their poverty and their musibah to a king from among the kings. إِلَى مَتَى أُخْفِي الْأَمْرَ عَنْهُمْ, till when shall I hide the truth from them? وَإِلَى مَتَى أَرَى حَالَهُمْ, and till when shall I see their state? وَإِلَى مَتَى لَا أَرَى أَبِي, so it's not truth, more like I guess you could say truth, the truth of me being Yusuf. وَإِلَى مَتَى لَا أَرَى أَبِي, until when will I not see my father? لَمْ يَمْلِكْ يُوسُفُ نَفْسَهُ وَقَالَ لَهُمْ, Yusuf could not hold back himself. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ, as he said to him, هَلْ عَلِمْتُمْ مَا فَعَلْتُمْ, do you have knowledge? Do you know of ما فعلتم بيوسف, of what you did to Yusuf وأخيه and his brother? إذ أنتم جاهلون, when you were ignorant. Imam al-Razi, he says, إذ أنتم جاهلون في الصبا, when you were ignorant in your youth. So this is kind of the kindness of Yusuf. He's not calling them ignorant people, but he's saying he's putting an excuse forward for them, where you were ignorant in your youth. That's why you did that thing. Otherwise you wouldn't have done that. وكان الإخوة يعلمون أن هذا السر لا يعلمه إلا يوسف ونحن, and the brothers knew that this secret no one knows except Yusuf and us. فعلموا أنه يوسف, and so they realized that this is Yusuf. Subhanallah. هل يوسف حي, is Yusuf alive? أما مات في البئر, did he not die in the well? يا سلام, oh my. هل يوسف هو عزيز مصر, is Yusuf the minister of Misr? هو الذي على خزائن الأرض, he is the one upon the treasuries of the earth, in charge over the treasuries of the earth. هو الذي كان يأمر لنا بطعام, is he the one that asked for food to be given to us? وما بقي عندهم شك أن الذي يكلمهم هو يوسف ابن يعقوب, and no doubt remained with them that the one speaking to them is Yusuf the son of Yaqub. قالوا أئنك لأنت Yusuf. They said, are you actually Yusuf? So they're putting a bunch of إنك لأنت Yusuf, لام المزحلقة, إن, all that, like, you're Yusuf. It's like saying that. قال أنا يوسف وهذا أخي. He said, I'm Yusuf and this is my brother. قد من الله علينا. Surely Allah has bestowed His blessings upon us. إنه من يتقي. The fact of the matter is, whosoever has taqwa ويصبر and shows steadfastness and is steadfast, then indeed Allah, فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين, that indeed Allah does not waste or allow to go to waste the reward of the people of excellence. Okay, why does يصبر have jazm? It's because it's man shartiyah, and the jawab is فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. إن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين, and the fa is the rabita to the jawab. That's why it's يتقي and يصبر.
What's the root word for yattaqi? Is it taqwa?
Wow, qaf and ya.
Oh, qaf.
Yeah. So the wow becomes a ta in ifta'ala. Yutaqa becomes ittaqa.
Mhm. Okay. Jazakallah.
وياك. قالوا تالله لقد آثرك الله علينا. They said, by Allah, surely Allah has favored you above us. وَإِن كُنَّا لَخَاطِئِينَ. وَإِن is originally inna, but sometimes it becomes mukhaffafa. You make it like light for various reasons. وَإِن كُنَّا, and indeed we were wrong. We were wrongdoers. وَمَا لَامَهُمْ يُوسُفُ عَلَى فِعْلَتِهِمْ. And Yusuf alayhi salam did not blame them for their action. بَلْ قَالُوا, rather he said, يَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ, may Allah forgive you, وَهُوَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ, and He is the most merciful of the merciful. 23. يوسف يرسل إلى يعقوب. Yusuf sends for Yaqub. واشتاق يوسف إلى لقاء يعقوب. Yusuf longed to see Yaqub. وكيف لا يشتاق إليه وقد طال الفراق. And how would he not long for him when the separation has been so long. ولماذا يصبر الآن وقد ظهر السر. So is the may implied by context and may Allah forgive you? Not by context, but it's actually a jumla du'a'iyya. So it's said like that, but it's actually in the form of a dua. Just like you can say it like that and then have it as a question without putting anything. Same thing, you can just say it like that and what's intended by it is a dua. And why would he bear patience now when the secret has manifested? وَكَيْفَ يَطِيبُ لَهُ الشَّرَابُ وَالطَّعَامُ. And how could drink and food be pleasant to him? وَأَبُوهُ, whilst his father, لَا يَطِيبُ لَهُ شَرَابٌ وَلَا طَعَامٌ وَلَا مَنَامٌ, whilst drink, food, and sleep is not pleasant to his father. قَدْ انكشف السر. انكشف is from انفعل. So it means the secret was revealed. وقد ظهر السر. So يطيب, طاب يطيب, طيبا is to be or become pleasant. So شراب, طعام, منام are all technically the fa'ils of طاب يطيب, which is to be or become pleasant. وقد أراد الله أن تقر عين يعقوب. And Allah preordained, predestined for the eyes of Yaqub to become cool. وكان يعقوب قد عمي من كثرة البكاء. And Yaqub alayhi salam had become blind due to excessive crying, والحزن and sadness. فقال يوسف, and Yusuf alayhi salam said, اذهبوا بقميصي هذا, go with this shirt of mine, فألقوه على وجه أبي, and place it upon the father, on the face of my father. يأتي بصيرة. يأتي in here, this case means يصير. يصير بصيرة. He will gain his sight back. وأتوني بأهلكم أجمعين, and bring all your family to me. Imam al-Razi also said there was more than 70 people of his family. يعقوب عند يوسف. يعقوب with Yusuf. ولما سار الرجال بقميص يوسف إلى كنعان, and when the men traveled with the shirt of Yusuf to Canaan, أحس يعقوب رائحة يوسف. Yaqub perceived the smell of Yusuf. أحس يحس إحساسا, to perceive. رائحة is the smell of Yusuf. وقال, and he said, إني لأجد ريح يوسف. Surely I find the scent of Yusuf. قالوا تالله إنك لفي ضلالك القديم. So they said, indeed, you are in your previous error concerning Yusuf alayhi salam and his love. Like, why do you love him so much? So they think that he's wrong for doing that. ولكن كان يعقوب صادقا. However, Yaqub was right. فلما أن جاء البشير. فلما means when. So when the good news came, ألقاه على وجهه. So not Bashir is the one who's bringing the good news. So the one bringing the news came, he placed it upon the face of his father. فارتد بصيرة, and so he returned to being a person that has sight. It's a way of saying he regained his sight. قال ألم أقل لكم. He said, did I not say to you, إني أعلم من الله ما لا تعلمون. Surely I know concerning Allah that which you do not know, meaning of his mercy and his forgiveness. قالوا يا أبانا. They said, oh our father, استغفر لنا ذنوبنا. Seek forgiveness for us. Seek forgiveness for us. إنا كنا خاطئين. Surely we were wrongdoers. قال سوف أستغفر لكم ربي. He said, soon I will seek forgiveness for you from my Lord. Sofa, the reason why he's saying sofa is not like in the far future, it's because he's a human and it's hard for him to. And so he said, I'll do it soon. Not yet though. إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Indeed, he is the forgiving, the merciful. ولما وصل يعقوب إلى مصر, and when Yaqub reached Egypt, استقبله يوسف. Yusuf welcomed him, received him. ولا تسأل, and don't ask, عن فرحهما وسرورهما, regarding their happiness and their overjoying. وكان يوم مشهود في مصر, and it was a known day in Egypt. وكان يوما مباركا, and it was a blessed day. ورفع يوسف أبويه, and Yusuf alayhi salam raised his two fathers. So it's أبويه, it's a way of saying parents. And why is it أبويه and not أبوينه? It's because the noon drops when it's mudaf. When the dual is mudaf, the noon drops. أبويني becomes أبويه. And why is it أبويه and not أبواه? It's because it's mansub. So أبويه, أبوينه became أبويه. على العرش, upon the throne. ووقعوا كلهم سجدا ليوسف, and all of them fell prostrating to Yusuf. وقال يوسف, and Yusuf عليه السلام said, هذا تأويل رؤياي من قبل. This is the interpretation of my dream beforehand. قد جعلها ربي حقا. My Lord has made it true. إني رأيت أحد عشر كوكبا. Surely I saw 11 stars. والشمس والقمر, and the sun and the moon. رأيتهم لي ساجدين. I saw them prostrating to me. وحمد يوسف الله حمدا طيبا كثيرا. And Allah and Yusuf alayhi salam praised Allah a great deal. وشكر يوسف على ذلك شكرا عظيما. And Yusuf alayhi salam gave tremendous thanks for that. وبقي يعقوب and Yaqub and the family of Yaqub remained في مصر زمنا طويلا for a long time. ومات يعقوب وزوجه في مصر. Yaqub and his wife passed away in Egypt. Now we have the last lesson of Surah Yusuf. And with this, actually, we're completing Qasas. We will not be going forward in it. Now it's either tafsir or the second part of Nahu. I have to look and see what we can do with our schedule, because we're finishing at the end of February, right? So I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know, inshallah, whether we'll be going to tafsir directly or doing stage 2 Nahu. But Qasas is finished. حسن العاقبة, the best of endings. وَلَمْ يَشْغَلْ يُوسُفَ هَذَا الْمُلْكُ الْعَظِيمُ. So this tremendous kingdom did not occupy عَنِ اللَّهِ وَلَمْ يُغَيِّرْهُ, from Allah, and it did not change him. وَلَمْ يُغَيِّرْهُ, it did not change him. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ يَذْكُرُ اللَّهَ وَيَعْبُدُهُ وَيَخَافُهُ. And Yusuf alayhi salam would remember Allah and worship him and fear him. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ يَحْكُمُ بِحُكْمِ اللَّهِ. Yusuf alayhi salam would judge according to the command of Allah. وَيُنَفِّذُ أَوَامِرَ اللَّهِ. And he would put into effect the commands of Allah, effectuate, implement. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ لَا يَرَى الْمُلْكَ كَثِيرًا. And Yusuf alayhi salam did not see the kingdom as something great. وَلَا يَعُدُّهُ شَيْئًا كَبِيرًا. And he did not consider. So عَدَّ يَعُدُّ is to numerate something, but also to think in your head of it as something great. To think in your head regarding something. He did not perceive it as something great. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ لَا يُحِبُّ أَنْ يَمُوتَ مَوْتَ مَلِكٍ وَيُحْشَرَ مَعَ الْمُلُوكِ. And Yusuf alayhi salam did not want to die the death of a king. وَيُحْشَرَ مَعَ الْمُلُوكِ, and be raised among the kings. بَلْ كَانَ يُحِبُّ, it's not يَحِبَّ, يَحِبُّ, it's يُحِبُّ. كَانَ يُحِبُّ أَنْ يَمُوتَ مَوْتَ عَبْدٍ. Rather, he wanted to die the death of a slave. وَيُحْشَرَ مَعَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and be raised among the righteous. وَكَانَ دُعَاءُ يُوسُفَ, and the dua of Yusuf was, so the entire sentence coming afterwards is the khabar of kana. رَبِّ قَدْ آتَيْتَنِي مِنَ الْمُلْكِ. My Lord, you have surely given me of the kingdom. يعني أشياء كثيرة من الملك. Many things of the kingdom. وَعَلَّمْتَنِي مِنْ تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. And you have taught me حظًا. So this is min at-tabi'idiyya. I won't get into it, it's advanced. But what's muqaddar here is حظًا, a portion. وَعَلَّمْتَنِي حظًا مِنْ تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. And you have taught me a portion from the interpretation of dreams. فَاطِرَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Why is it فَاطِرَ? It's because what's muqaddar is ya فَاطِرَ. O originator of the heavens and the earth. أَنْتَ وَلِيِّي فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. You are my patron in this world and the hereafter. توفني مسلما. Allow me to die as a Muslim. وألحقني بالصالحين. And join me with the righteous. وتوفاه الله مسلما. And Allah allowed him to die as a Muslim, caused him to die as a Muslim. وألحقه بآبائه. And he joined him with his fathers, Ibrahim, Ishaq, and Yaqub. صلى الله عليهم وعلى نبينا وسلم. May Allah bestow His blessings and salutations upon them and upon our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alhamdulillah. So that is all of Qasas. There's a volume 1 and yeah, so it's volume 1. It's within volume 1 itself. Okay, Nu'man, question.
Yeah, so a few questions. In the last lesson, the second last sentence was al-haqahu. Is this the same root as haq, or is it as a different
No,
word?
it's from lahiqa yalhaqu.
Lahiqa. And another question. This abawayhi, which you said was basically abawaini, it was mansoob because of wakana yawman mubarakan, right? It was the khabar of kana.
So abawayhi is wa rafa'ah. So he raised his parents.
No, oh yeah, warafa'a. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they are maf'ul bihi.
Yeah, and in chapter 23, line 4, qad inkashafa. Why there are two together like two sukoons to jazm? How can we read qadan kashafa? We can read, or should we read qad inkashafa?
It should be qadin kashafa. That is a mistake.
Okay, jazakallah khair.
وإياكم.